चलिए शुरू करते
चलिए
हैं
शुरू
फिर।
करते हैं।
Okay, hello everyone. We are Team Bot Server for developing a mail server as a mini project for data communication and networking. Obviously, in this video, we are going to discuss about mail server system, which is followed by the demonstration of mail server. And so we are in a group of five, namely Suvarna Bhattrai being myself, followed by Sachin Chakradhar, Prajwal Goire, Sisi Rajgiri, and Rohit Rajkarki. So let's just start by telling what mail server is. So it's just a software program that sends and receives email, and it is the mailman of computerized network nowadays. The mail that is being sent gets passed through a series of mail servers along its way to its intended recipient. Okay, and it is a software application that handles the sending, receiving, and storage of email messages. Simply, it uses protocols like SMTP and IMAP to ensure secure and efficient email transmission. Similarly, I just want to state the difference between the mail server and mail client. And in simple terms, we can say that the mail server is the backend infrastructure that handles email transmission, while the email client is the front-end application that users interact with to manage their email accounts. Similarly, to understand more about the protocols based in mail server, I would like to hand over role as speaker to Sisi Rajgiri to continue with the slides.
Thank you, Subarna. Hello, everyone. I'm Siraj Giri. Now I'll be talking about different components of the mail server. The first component of the mail server is a sender which sends the emails from his or her computer to the receivers using the receiver's mail address. When an email is sent, the MTA receives it and delivers it to the recipient's mailbox. MTA stands for mail transfer agent. Mail transfer agent. The MTA is a core component of the mail server, which is responsible for sending and receiving email messages. The most commonly used MTA is postfix. The MTA consists of a protocol called SMTP, which stands for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, which it is responsible for receiving and outgoing email messages from email clients and sending them to the recipient's mail server. It the most commonly used SMTP server is Postfix. It uses the port number 25. The next component of the mail server is MDA, which stands for Mail Delivery Agent. The MDA is responsible for delivering mail messages to the user's mailbox. It takes messages from the MDA and puts them into the appropriate mailbox. The most commonly used MDA is Dovecot. The MDA includes two protocols. Those protocols are POP3 and IMAP. Now I'll be talking about POP3. POP3 stands for Post Office Protocol version 3. This protocol is used to retrieve email messages from a mail server. The POP3 protocol is a simple and doesn't offer many features except for download. Its design assumes that the email client have downloaded all the messages from the server and deletes all the messages from the server and then disconnects. The most commonly used POP server is Dovecot and its port number is 110. And the next protocol in MDA is IMAP, which stands for Internet Message Access Protocol. This protocol is used to retrieve email messages from a mail server. Uh, it is same as POP3. The only difference between them is that the IMAP protocol doesn't delete all the email messages from the server, which helps email clients to download email messages from the user's mailbox and keep the synchronization across multiple devices. The most commonly used IMAP server is Dovecot, and it uses port number 143. And the final component of the mail server is a say receiver. A receiver can receive email messages from different users through his email address. Now I'd like to call Sachin Chakradar, who will be describing about HMail server and Outlook. Thank you.
Without any delay, let's dive into how Mail Server works. To demonstrate it, HMail Server, developed by Martin Knife, is an email server for Windows-based systems, provide a platform for hosting and managing email service. It is a free open source email server and it supports email protocols that is IMAP, SMTP, POP3, which have been earlier described by the Sister Rajgiri, and it adds flexibility and security and gives full control over spam protection. It also facilitates the creation of an environment to send, receive, and manage emails. It features email servers, email services that allows you to set up email accounts for users and enable email services, Windows services that ensures to operate continuously in the background without requiring manual interventions, administration tools, which provides a user-friendly interface and configure security settings, spam filtering, and perform backups of server data, database integration. SML Server offers flexibility in terms of data storage, MIME based storage and database integration, which offers the flexibility in terms of database storage. Now, next slide. So, why we used HTML server? The most common type is companies who use HTML server to host email for their own domains. HTML server is also used by the small and large internet service providers who use HTML server to host email for the customers. Different types of the government spread across the world use HTML server for hosting their emails. A lot of individuals and families are running HTML server at home to reduce the amount of spam which reaches in their inboxes. So, next slide. So, this is a picture that shows the HTML server in locally platform for email services on Windows-based system. Next slide. And in this way, we have used the Microsoft Outlook experience and services for our convenience and our demonstration for the local mail server. Now I'd like to call Rohit Raskargi for presenting his slides and the demonstration.
Thank you, Sachin. Now, I would like to give a short demo of our project mail server. Now, we have two uh, mail address, rohit1 at the rate project.local and subarna1 at the rate project.local. So, those two addresses can communicate each other with the help of this this PC, which act as a HTML server. Now, I would like to show you how we configured this PC as a HTML server. So, so in a hypothetical LAN environment, we have static IP address for all the PC in our office. So, suppose this is the IP address of a HTML server in our office. So, 192.168.202.20, which maps to the project.local domain address of a HTML server. Now I would like to go into Outlook, which help us to communicate with our two mail addresses. So suppose we want to send mail from Rohit1 at the rate project.local to Subarna1 at the rate project.local. So we don't want to send this mail to other people. And suppose the subject of our mail is project discussion demo is Monday. And send. So our message is currently send, and mm, so we have our mail um, inbox in of Subarna one at the rate project.local. So dear Subarna, don't forget about demo day. Now I would like to reply to this message. Yes, I haven't forgotten about our demo day. So send. So we go into our my inbox, and this is the um, bug, or we can say feature of Outlook. So whenever one person sends mail from to another account, we have to manually send and receive all folders. So we do that, and we have that. So suppose we want to send a mail to Suvarna now with file. So insert attach file. So we want to send this screenshot. This this is the screenshot of our project. So I will send this across the wire, and we can see in Sumarna1 at the rate project.local. So we can see the file in Subarna1 at the rate project.local. So we have successfully sent and received and replied to each other message, and send file as well. So this is the short demo of our project. So now I would like to invite Prajal Gaire to conclude our project demonstration and give a short summary of our project.
Thank you, Rohit. Now I would like to generalize our project. So, so can you please show me the block diagram? Thank you. So this is the block diagram of our project. Here we are using H, HMail server as our mail server. So our mail server consists of three main parts: MTA, MJ, and MUA. So as Tishir has already explained about MTA, MTA is the component which is responsible for sending and receiving email messages. But in our case, MDA plays a major role for delivering email messages to the user's mailbox, because as Rohit has already showed the project, here our domain name is web.local, where .local is the reserved domain name which is used in local environment. So for local environment, MDA plays a major role for transferring email messages. So as it transfer as it transfers email from one endpoint to another endpoint, so POP POP comes into action where it downloads the where it downloads the mail and stores in the user device. So all the required protocols that are used in our project are SMTP, SMTP and POP3. So SMTP is used in one endpoint where it transfers mail from one devices, and POP3 will place into action where it takes email and downloads it in the one one's user devices. So this is the main part of our project. Now I would like to conclude our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Now like, subscribe, and comment to our YouTube channel.